Sweet Rockingham. Guys, you're very welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us, Joe. Thank you.
I'm going to start with you, Cormac, and you're the author of the song, if that's what I say. Can you tell me a little bit about your background and how you were inspired to write this song, Sweet Rockingham?
Well, I suppose how I was inspired to write the song is because of my love of Rockingham for many, many years. I'm sure nobody would have come here as often as I have over the years, and especially in the mornings, early in the mornings, I would come here and have, watched the seasons change here and, the different colours and the beauty of it all, and I suppose that was the inspiration of it. It didn't happen overnight, but it didn't take that long either to get it together when I finally decided to start writing it down.
And how long did it take you to put it together?
Well, to put it together, I suppose, everybody seems to ask that question. I suppose over the space of a couple of months, because even though you put it, you have all the stuff that you want there, you have to put it into a kind of a format that it tells a story. Every song, I think, has to be a story,
Do you want to tell me a little bit about the story of Sweet Rockingham then?
Well, actually, the story is, I suppose, where you start, where the first line is Sweet Rockingham, a gem to behold. When you come in here, you realise the beauty of the place, and then the whole thing kind of unfolds from there, the lovely place to walk and the lovely scenery and the lovely woodlands and then Lough and the lovely rhododendrons and bog gardens and all that. And then you have, I think I moved on then to the history of the place, that it was once the host of the gentry, but that has gone, that has faded away, and now it has all changed. That is open to the public.
And of course, what a lot of people would remember wasn't the history or the gentry, but maybe coming here on school tours in the past.
Yeah. Well, I would have brought, when I was working with the Brothers of Charity in Callery, we would have come here on outings. And it was a great day for the service users, they had such freedom here, and if you were lucky enough to get a fine day, the job was to get them together in the evening and get them home, so it was really marvellous in that respect,
So I'm sure as people listen to this song that it will bring back memories of maybe being here on a school tour, being here with their family.
I'm sure it will, of course, yeah, sure, it's fantastic, yeah.
And can I ask you as well about the motivation to write it and donate some of the funds to a charity? Can you tell me why you did that and what charity you're going to give some of the proceeds to?
Yeah, well, I suppose I was motivated when I got it together. I thought to myself that it really wasn't too bad, and I wasn't going to just leave it there. So I was anxious to get it out there, And then, of course, the first stage would be you had to get somebody to put music to it. And, of course, Donny O'Connor being such a talented musician and songwriter himself, I went to him. So Donny did a lovely job on it and gave it a lovely melody, which you'll hear Grainne singing later on. And then the next step, of course, was to get a singer. And with the advice of my own family, my daughters, I was told, why not ask Grainne? She's a lovely singer. And, of course, then I began to remember years ago listening to Grainne in the musicals and that, and there was no problem. Grainne didn't hesitate. She was away. Right away.
And you've got the song, the melody and the singer. Yeah, and what was the motivation to donate some of the funds to charity?
The motivation to donate it to the charity was that I had cancer myself some years ago, and 3 years ago, now around about that, I would have finished my treatment. And I would never forget how good they were to me in Galway and how they were so supportive.
Do you want to name the charity for me?
Yeah, the charity is Cancer Care West, or Cancer Care Galway, and they do marvellous work behind the scenes. They put on transport, which I availed of, from Callery every morning to Galway and back again in the evening, a bus there. And also they provide accommodation beside the hospital for anybody to whom it's suited to stay there, and all the therapists that were treating us, and all the staff, the doctors and nurses, I've never come across a group of people like them. They're so dedicated and so committed to every single person, in it, so every single patient. That was great. So that was the motivation for it. I couldn't do enough for them.
And am I understanding this correctly then, that if some people purchase Sweet Rockingham, sang by Grainne Caldbeck as a single, that the proceeds are going to provide transport for people to Galway for cancer treatment.
Absolutely, that's part of it. Yeah, that is a big part of it. Yeah. Now that it's up on iTunes, there'll be money coming off it all the time, and we've sold quite a lot of CDs as well, so that'll be going on as well. So it'll all help out.
And how do you feel now, Cormac, when maybe I played the song on radio last week and you hear radio stations playing your song? Does it give you some kind of pride or?
I feel very proud, actually. I feel sometimes I have to stand and think about it, that it's something that some years ago I would never have dreamt about, And of course, having such a wonderful job done on it, Grainne singing it, it's absolutely perfect,
And that's something I wanted to ask you as well, that were you a total novice to this, or have you written other songs in the past?
I've never written a song at all. I would have often, I suppose if I got down to it, I may have done, because I would have always got lovely lines running through my head, but if I hadn't written them down, then they were gone forever. But I started writing them down when I dwelt on Rockingham.
Well, I want to wish you the very best with the single, and very shortly I'll be joined by the singer of this wonderful song, Sweet Rockingham. But for now, Cormac, Callery, I'm sure you would encourage everybody to go out and purchase this song or download it.
Absolutely, yeah. And everyone that does that is making a huge contribution to cancer care, which is a wonderful charity,
And right now on Ross FM, out and about on the shores of lovely Lough Key on this feel-good Friday afternoon, I'm joined by the singer of Sweet Rockingham, Grainne Caldbeck. You're very welcome to the show.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much, and thanks for playing the song.
And what a lovely song, and what a lovely singer. With a voice like that, are you a professional musician?
Oh, I wish I was. I certainly won't be giving up the day job anytime soon. No, I am the owner of Enhanced Health and Beauty there in Curtubber and Carrick and Shannon. But I'm a local from Boyle. I've grown up in Boyle, and I spent most of my childhood where we are right now in Lough Key.
So getting the opportunity to sing Cormac's song about Sweet Rockingham must be a dream come true for you then.
It was fabulous. Myself and Cormac are related. He's an uncle of mine, and when he approached me about the song, he left the lyrics through my letterbox, and I read through the lyrics, and I just thought, at the time we were in lockdown, and I spent most of the months in lockdown out here most mornings, and how nature can heal anxiety in the soul. When I read the words, I just said to myself, this is meant to be. This is meant to be.
And maybe that's something that has been a mantra for a lot of people through lockdown, that nature can heal the soul. I presume running a business, you found it difficult not to be working.
I did find it difficult, but it's like anything, you kind of get used to it. And as long as my day had, touching base with nature and people around me that I love, I got through it. And I suppose when you know that things, you hope, we didn't really know at the time, but you hope that things are going to come back good again, it gets you through the day.
Can you tell me a little bit about how you train that voice and what you've done to keep that voice in such fine shape?
Well, I started, I'm one of 6 girls from Boyle, and our family outings always consisted of like a choir of alto, soprano singers, mezzo-soprano singers. My mother herself is a singer, and her father before her was a professional accordion player and bagpipe player. So we grew up with music in the house from very early stages.
So music is in the blood then?
Music is very much in the blood. When I first saw one of the musicals on TV, I think my heart just leapt for joy. I knew that someday, somewhere on Boyle stage, I'd get up and I'd sing my heart out.
And you have done that in the past, I hear.
I have done it. I was part of Boyle Music Society from 1992, working along with fantastic Mary Ryan at the time, was the first musical director there, taken over by Anne Keelty and the wonderful Frank O'Mahony. Vivian Caldbeck Mourne, my sister-in-law, she is the director now of Boyle Musical Society, and it just continues to go with from strength to strength. I mean, it's an award-winning society for a small town. It's been fantastic.
And I presume with COVID and lockdown this year, there won't be a performance, but everyone looking forward to next year?
As far as I'm aware, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think it'll be 2022.
And thinking back to your strutting the stage in Boyle, and you said you really loved it, was there a favourite role that you had?
my favourite role probably was the Wicked Witch of the West. So I don't know what that tells you about me.
I'm just beginning to wonder if I should read something into that, and if in the surrounds of Sweet Rockingham and on the shores of lovely Lough that the Wicked Witch of the West is about to patrol this area.
Yeah, I was delighted to have been nominated by the Ames Musical Society of Ireland for my role as the Wicked Witch of the West. And then probably my other favourite part would be Miss Hannigan in Annie. I absolutely love that part. She's a battle axe too, you know.
And it is a fantastic part to play and get your teeth into.
Yeah.
And having the experience in Boyle Musical Society, Grainne, can I ask you about that day when the song came through the letterbox, embarking on a whole new project, recording a song just by yourself? How did you feel that day when you saw and read the lyrics?
Oh gosh, how did I feel? I mean, I have recorded backing vocals in the past, but never, as a soloist. Obviously, I've sang solo before, but to record a song, it was just amazing. And, those few months again, my heart was just lifted with joy because the words meant so much to me. And then to be able to meet with my uncle Cormac occasionally and to talk about the future and about, the charity was a huge part of it too. And when I first listened to the song, when you listen to yourself singing, you can be very critical. At first I was like, oh, I don't know if I could listen to that again. But as time has gone on, I think about it more and more. I listen to the words and I've got to like the song because it tells a wonderful story of the cycle of life. And it's very, very endearing and it means an awful lot to me. And I hope, and I know it means a lot to other people because people have come back and they've emailed and they've sent me messages saying how they're listening to the song right now. And it's actually, one lady messaged me to say that it took away anxiety from her. She was going through a little bit of a difficult time and she's away from Boyle at the moment. And I feel that it will hit a lovely nerve for people that maybe might be abroad at this time as well.
And of course, there are a lot of people away from home and maybe missing Sweet Rockingham, and you had the opportunity to be here and to come to your favourite place on the shores of Lough. Do you think that might be something that it might touch a chord with people away from here as well? Because Ross FM is online and maybe people listening to this far away from Boyle. What would you say to them today?
Oh, well, I have to think about if I lived in England myself for about 8 years, and I remember listening to tunes from back home at the time, whether it was Mary Black or Christy Moore or whatever, and my heart would just kind of like, you'd get that kind of sadness and longing for home. And I know there's people away, like I know there's people, a friend of mine in Australia who just said that she cried when she heard the song. She actually cried.
So maybe this single that, as Cormac has told us in the previous piece, that's for charity and for Cancer Care West, maybe it is in some way bringing Boyle people and Roscommon people from far away back to Roscommon.
Well, it certainly is, and I hope they enjoy it, and as much as we have, Cormac, haven't we?
Absolutely, yeah.
And can I ask you guys, if somebody wants to get a copy of this single, where is it available, Grainne?
Well, we have them available in the salon at the moment. They're €5 and the money will go to the Cancer Care West.
And I also know they're available here in Rockingham, Cormac, from the food hut here.
They're actually available in the information booth on the way in. They're available there. They're also available in Taylor's Jewellery, that's Brendan McGee's in Boyle, and Unawan, which is in the grounds of King House, and Coleman Heritage Centre in Gurchin. They're available there, and they're also available in the shop in Abbeytown stores.
And all of the proceeds again go to?
Proceeds are going to Cancer Care, yeah. And we're doing very well at the moment. They're moving along nicely at the moment, and we hope to continue to move, of course.
And did somebody tell me, Grainne, that it was on iTunes?
Yes, I think in the last 24 hours we were very excited to say that it's now available on iTunes to download.
So definitely lots of ways to get this single. Once again, guys, on behalf of all of us at Ross FM, I want to wish you the very best with it. Good luck with it. Grainne, fantastic voice. Mind that voice. And hopefully soon we'll get you back on stage where you'll be strutting your stuff. If you were given the chance, what would be the next role that you would love to play?
Well, I think Boyle Musical Society have not done any yet, so I'm hoping that if they do any, I will get to play Miss Hannigan, if they'll have me. I mightn't be good enough. But I'm hoping to play, actually I'm playing Morticia again with Callery Musical Society. So The Addams Family is a musical. I don't know if you've seen the musical. Fantastic musical, one of my favourites, great comedy musical. I played Morticia in Boyle and I loved the part, and I'm hoping to play that with Callery Musical Society in 2022.
And one final question, Cormac. When is the next song coming?
That could be the swan song.
No.
Ross FM, out and about on this Friday afternoon. It's Feel Good Friday, live from the shores of Lough in the Forest Park in Rockingham. Grainne, Caldbeck, Cormac, Callery, thank you very much and the very best of luck with the song.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Joe.
Thank you, Joe.